everyone. It is Tasha with theangels.us and tashaspeaks.com. Happy, happy, happy new transitions to you. So, I did a video about this before, but this one I'm going to get right to the point. Why is it so easy to blame someone else, something else? God did it, the devil did it, Tasha did it, Boo Boo did it, Retrograde did it, my mom did it. Everybody else pisses me off. Why couldn't she do it this way? Why couldn't he do it that? Why couldn't he say that? Why couldn't Tasha do it this way? Why she got to say it like that? She sounds like she's talking backwards. Why the hell can't you just accept things right where they are and stop putting your shit on everybody else's shoulders? It's not Retrograde's fault. It's not the devil's fault. It's not God's fault. It's your fault. I painted myself here, and I painted myself out because I'm moving. I know I create my own happiness and unhappiness. I create my own reality. Like my two beautiful baby girls, Aren't they precious? This one is Lapis, and that one is Baby. Aren't they precious? They're cute little self. They're going to be up any minute now, ripping and running around the bedroom. I take full responsibility of my happiness and unhappiness. I have to. So I can't blame Retrograde. It's just like my mama used to say, when I'd say, oh, Mom, I'm going to be late getting your gifts, she'd say, well, you knew my birthday was coming 364 days ago. Yeah, think about that. So we all know, well, for those of us in the metaphysical community, something could happen, and we're not supposed to make the big decisions. We're not supposed to do this. We're not supposed to do that. Well, there's a lot of things in life that we're not supposed to do, but we do them. And sometimes we end up happy or sad. It don't matter, because the only thing that matters is not the action, it's the reaction. You heard that before, right? I know you have. So I choose to react with, that ain't going to affect me. That ain't going to affect me. And yes, I was kind of in a grumpy mood yesterday. And I knew that it's okay to vent. It's okay to vent, Sometimes you just got to sit down and play Bugs Bunny all day long and try and get out of that stupor, or thinking mode, I like to call it. Hey, I'm Pollyanna. It's always all good. So I knew I was going to get out of that mood eventually, so I usually just enjoy it. So, I did my usual, looking through Craigslist and apply, and yet I'm still hoping that this one really wonderful, glorious thing comes out. So then I just turn my mind to, if it happens. If it happens, that's fine. I understand, just like I understand that the news happens on television, and I have the choice to accept or not accept. Well, I'm going to just accept everything, because it doesn't do any good to go against the grain. I don't try necessarily always to swim upstream. You go with the stream. You go downstream to the huge body of water. So in just accepting everything, I choose to believe that once I learn, this lesson, that lesson, this lesson, that lesson, and probably sometimes the reasons behind it to get the outcome of whatever my lesson was supposed to be, and realize I learned it. Now I can keep pushing on, you know. But in the meantime, you don't sit around asking why, when, you know. You accept and keep going. Accept and just keep going with the flow. Accept, accept, accept. Know why, how, when, who, retrograde. It's retrograde. So I gotta wait another 8. No, you know, I'm not waiting on nothing. I am not waiting on anything except God to do her half, because I did my half. I did my research. I looked into this application, that application, went to that interview, did this interview, did that, that I know I'm supposed to do as a human being human. Okay? So having done my part and being human yesterday, asking Tasha why, because, you know, God already has the answers, and I know I already have the answers too, but I'm blocking it because I was temporarily frustrated at the outcome that I received, okay? So that took, you know, 5 minutes to really realize that I'm just kicking myself in the shins, you know, and get over it. So I get over it by watching, well, actually, I didn't watch Martin. I didn't watch Bugs Bunny yesterday. I watched Martin almost all day to get through my own transitions, okay? So knowing that something is going on that I just can't see yet, and accepting that it's going to happen when it happens. And today it happened. And this is why I say retrograde don't got nothing on me. You know, with or without retrograde, I'm still going to be happy. I'm still going to be successful. I'm still going to, like I did, make a choice in a business matter that actually came through in my favor. And I am ecstatic. Yes, I am going to be moving to a nicer place in the city. There's a bus stop on the corner. There's no liquor store, but it's close enough. You know, it's close enough. And, yeah, so I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. And you know there's always going to be a moving video and an unpacking video and all that other stuff, just like you have been with me the past, I think, 4 moves. So I'm really happy with Tosh, even though she did waste a little bit of time yesterday in thinking I should have done this, or I should have done that, and I should have. But you know what? That's okay, because I'm human too. So I kept it pushing, watched Martin mostly all day, thought about the situations that we saw on his TV show, you know, and what that would really be like if that was my life, kind of sort of thing, you know. And then you get out of your own way and get out of your own stupor and say, you know what, life ain't so bad. Let me just shut up. Let me just shut up and be happy for what I have. And then poof, you make a call and somebody calls you back and you call back and they call back. We finally get together. We have a little meeting and say, how about this, how about that? And I got everything I asked for. Everything. This beautiful person ended up asking me, so what can you afford for rent? You know, she didn't say, oh, it's $1,000. She says, what could you afford? And I told her, you know, I'd be willing to do da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da. And she's like, okay, well, as long as you're honest about it and you keep up your end, I don't think we're going to have, you know, any problems. I said, I realize God sent you for a bigger reason I can't even see yet. And to me, taking advantage of you would be like spitting in God's face. And that can never happen. So that will never happen, you know? So we agreed to agree, and made our agreement and gave my 30-day notice, and I just remember all those people, and I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I don't do. Blaming anything for anything of mine. I can't blame my mom for the way I am. I can't blame my father. I have to blame Tasha. I moved out of the house when I was 18. So I can't blame anyone for anything other than Tasha. And between you and I, for the few, I realize a lot of you out there go through way more, quote unquote big challenges. To me, it's like a sin. They're all the same size, is what I'm trying to say. So, my experiences, your experiences, and be like, oh, that's nothing. I live better than that. Well, and that's well and good for you. That's just your experiences. However, having gone through a couple of things in life, I'm pretty happy for my choices I look back and making. Shoulda. Oh well, I didn't. Yesterday's gone, today is here, and I am wallowing in happiness. Like a pig in mud. Or a fat kid eating cake. It is so good, and it's even better as I sit here and watch my little baby sleeping. Right around, I don't know what time it is now. Let's see. It's only 10:47, so I'm going to get him up in a couple hours after I watch a couple of my shows. I'm relaxing. I'm taking it all in. I'm being grateful. I'm being thankful. I am making lists of things to do. Let me see, what's today, Wednesday? Making lists of things to do on Friday, because I find when I call people on Friday, they're ready for the weekend, they're happier. So I'd rather do all my calling on Friday to get my things in order for the following week, My little booby. Aren't they precious? They're so precious. See, you guys wonder if I haven't been getting any work done, huh? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, they are so precious. I jump a lot. I always wonder what she's dreaming about. Every day her tail was just going and going and going. My baby. I love them. I can't make it take a bigger home. Oh, I'm so excited. And I'm excited for your happiness, whatever that is. Even if your happiness is around the corner and you can't see it yet, I'm happy for that around the corner moment that you're about to run into, because I know you are. Once you get out of your own way and realize that it's your happiness, you create it. So until it gets here, tomorrow morning, whenever, just be happy for what you have, And I know a lot of people that are homeless in their car listening to this video right now. Oops, sorry. And just grateful to the car that they have. Don't have no leaks in it because it's starting to rain now, And I know so many more homeless people that are grateful for what they have than the people who have, a 5-bedroom house trying to pay their mortgage and insurance and stuff, What? What? Did I wake you up? Did I wake you up? Yeah, so that's my night. And, I'm not saying necessarily anybody's better than anybody else. I'm just saying we all could find something to be grateful for. Another thing that snapped me out of my grumpy mood yesterday, of course, another kid in distress. It just made me think, at their age, life was really good for me. And at their age, for them, it's not as good. the good part, in addition to, not but, that not so good part is I know that the good part is coming. I know it's just right around the corner. We just can't see it yet. That's all. You just can't see it yet. That's why you have faith. The belief in something you can't see yet. That's all that is. That's all that is. So I want you to keep the faith. No, something good is just right around the corner, and you're sitting here wasting your time thinking negative, being, pissy. I was grumpy yesterday. I wasn't pissy. Well, to me, there's stages. There's levels. And I am just so thankful that I recreated the things in my life that I want and the people that I want. This lady is going way out of her way for me. She don't know me. But I asked for a thing, so I finally got the thing, and things are going to be changing. Yes, I'm going to be taking you with me on my shopping sprees, and when I am planning to start going to more flea markets and whatnot. That's one of my new huge goals. Meet people that go to them and do that, sell my jewelry, sell my crystals, and what else? I gotta say about that later. Anyway, I'm not waiting for this to get to that yet. You can Google that. I made a video about that. Don't wait for this to do that. So I'm not. I'm planning. If something else altogether other happens, that's better. That's better. So I'm not limiting myself. I'm not saying, God, I want this, and that's it. No, I'm saying, God, I want this, or something better. Or something better, which is a lot of things I don't hear you guys saying. I just want this. I just want this. I want this one guy. I want this one girl. I want this one job. I want this one thing. No, I want all those things. That whole paper is, can you see it? Is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things I want. 10, 11, 12 main things I want in life. Or something better. Always, or something better, Better. Or something better. I said I wanted something to love and to take care of and raise and be happy with. And God, put these 2 little babies in my path. And I'm so happy because, I never really wanted kittens because, you see all this hair that I'm trying to take off me. I don't want to be one of those people that have tons of cat hairs all in my tape and stuff when I send you stuff. Because I have to remember, some people are allergic to different stuff. So, got to be careful of other people when they open their stuff. I don't like to get any item full of, cat hair, dog hair, whatever hair, kid hair, smelling like cigarettes. I generally don't shop twice with those type of people. Okay, that's a lie. One time I did tell the person, and I didn't get any cigarette smoke after that. But anyway, life is what you make it, not some... And don't get me wrong, I realize that the sun, moon, and stars are there for a purpose, a bigger purpose than we give them credit for. I realize it's for some purpose that the sun, moon, stars say this is happening because this bounced that way and that bounced that way. I'm not negating that it exists. I'm negating that I have to give it power. The only thing I give power to is spirits. And when they tell me to do something now, I do something now. That's all there is. So, When the Spirit tells you to do something, you don't say, oh, I did it because of, anything other than, the Spirit told you to do it then, that way, in yellow, in blue, in purple, and, whatever. So, you have to listen for yourself and do the best thing for you, for yourself. No matter about retrograde, good days, bad days, whatever days, you just do it. Just do it, So, with or without retrograde, with or without rain, sun, cloudy days, windy days. Well, of course it's windy days, here in California, because it's, not because it's almost, Halloween, but that's how I mark Halloween. When the winds come up, it's October. And I will be moved to my new place by Thanksgiving. I'm so happy. Anyway, so, what are your goals? And what are you really going to focus your intent on, regardless of any obstacle that could come your way? What are you going to do? Because, I told myself, I said, you know what, Tasha, you painted yourself here, you got to paint yourself out of here. Just like Cuba Gooding Jr. Was it good? It was In What Dreams May Come. Remember, Robin Williams, that went to the other side, and he had to paint himself out of that picture, right? He had to make the stuff go from being cake into reality. See, so I just repainted my reality without retrograde approval. Because it don't depend on retrograde. It don't depend on my mom. It don't depend on my dad. It don't depend on my sister. It depends on me to make Tasha's life what Tasha wants her life to be. And paint good people in my life that are going to be here to help me pack these boxes on a truck. Help me get a truck that's going to get me back to the city. And next time when I move to the country, it's going to be with grass, on level land, with exactly what I have on my prayer board, my wish list, my whatever you want to call it. And have my dream come true. House, so I can adopt kids and take, all these people who are really trying on, things like welfare to work program. They can come and stay at my place till they get on their feet. We all got to help each other do something, have better. You don't just say, okay, here's a 9-month program. Oh, you didn't find a job in 9 months? Oh, well, poof, you're out of the system. So it's not always as good as we think it should be, because at the end, there's still the need to help, to teach, to do better for those that choose to do better. For those who want to just be lazy and be, well, I won't say that. For those who choose to be lazy and take advantage of the system, they're never going to have anything anyway. So, I'm happy to have choice. I'm happy to have beautiful people in my life. People can just sit and listen to me talk without fixing me. And, women, a lot of you out there are like men in that regard. We want to fix it. We don't need to be fixed. We just need to be heard. So let's hear each other and shut up and just let the person talk. Because we don't need to be fixed all the time. We just need to vent and get it out. And by venting and getting it out, we fix ourselves. We fix ourselves. I love you. I know it's easy to say, because I'm sure a lot of you parents say it to your kids, but even you adults, I don't want you to make the same lessons I had to, because you could just learn it the first time and not do it again over and over and over. Fall in love with bad boys over and over and over. Men don't fall in love with women with, the same issues over and over and over of mistrust and, therefore giving you a hard time because she doesn't trust you because of all her past men. Well, instead of, fighting the system, you can just know that she is taking a long time to trust. So either you're going to roll with it or you're not. But don't sit there complaining and complaining and complaining and complaining. Just roll with it or leave. Honey, my goal is to have this knocked out in 6 months. Are we going to work on it together? Let's go get some therapy. Let's get this. Let's try that. Let's try this. Something. But don't sit here and come, well, I told Tasha, I wanted to marry her and she's just not ready to marry me. Well, you have a choice like I have a choice, boo-boo. Yeah. Good baby. This is so therapeutic, you have no idea. Oh, well, you cat lovers have an idea. Non-cat lovers are going ew. It's okay, you can ew. Just like you ew my snake. It's okay. I'm going to like it anyway. So precious. So, take time to be good to yourself. Love yourself. Try to understand you before you go trying to fix somebody else. And stop blaming retrograde and the rest of the world for your fucked up shit. You got yourself in that mess. Leave the people alone that continue to have mess. Leave the people alone that keep fighting you. Let them have their own reality. You don't need to be the end-all be-all of their reality. You need to be the end-all be-all of your reality. Fix you. And stop pointing the finger at everybody else that you think needs fixing. The only one that needs fixing is you with yourself. There you go. So I changed my perception of retrograde. I changed my perception of what I thought a support system was going to be for me. Yeah, because believe it or not, and people think, oh, you have 2,000 friends. Surely you have a lot of, people to talk to. No, I don't. I don't. I don't. But that's okay. I don't need a lot of people to talk to. A lot of people need to be heard by me for whatever reason, and I'm not knocking it because that's part of my purpose for being. I accept my purpose, just like I accept the fact that I know that there's probably only 5 people in my whole life right now I can trust. And even of those 5, there's only like 2 who I can talk to without saying, fix this or fix that or do this or do that. Again, I don't need to vent because I need fixing. I need to vent because I need to vent. Just like you. When you need to vent, I can listen and not do this, do that, try this, try that. Or don't listen to that, do this, No, I need to vent. Shut up. Just shut up and let me vent. If you don't want to shut up and let me vent, you're letting me know that now by trying to change me or fix me. So I'll find somebody who I can vent to and do that and then feel better. Because once we throw up, we usually feel better, right? So you go be good to yourself right now. Do something loving that you want to do just for yourself. Like go play with the kitty cat or have a bowl of ice cream or whatever. And be good to you, okay? I love you. Love yourself. This is Reverend Dr. Tasha L. Harris with theangels.us and tashaspeaks.com. Have a blissful evening. I love you. Bye.